Hi everybody, my name is Anastasia. Welcome to the video. Today I wanted to talk about 21 goals that I'm setting up for this year, 2021. And you might think that, oh, why are you posting this video not like the end of December, beginning of January? Why are you posting right now? I think because of general stats that overall people do lose their motivation like 3 weeks in their New Year's resolutions, and people slack and then they give up and then they think, oh well, I'm not going to do all the things I wanted to do because now it's too late. So it's a bit of a motivational boost for not just yourself but also myself, a little bit of accountability to just look at this video a year later, 6 months in, and to see the progress I'm making, if I'm doing the things I want to do, and perhaps some general ideas of things you can do. So let's start in no particular order. I have things that are general, things that are specific, things are more like compass, things are very targeted as well. So my overall theme for this year, I just want to be more creative and to create more. I feel that in the last year I've been more of a consumer in terms of watching things, reading things, being a more passive person, more of an observer rather than creator, whatever that means. So this year I really want to do more things that were not there before and I made. For example, recently in the last couple of weeks I've been painting a lot, which is quite random. Making videos like this is also something creative. I can do a different video about this, but I think creativity doesn't mean that you have to be, you know, an artist or a painter. Creativity can mean little things, even, I don't know, organizing your bookshelf or the way you cook your food. Second goal aligned to that, 30 YouTube videos, because I am really happy when I make the videos. And in the last year again, I feel that being an observer, I also became quite self-conscious about videos. Driving license, it's embarrassing to admit I don't have it. The reason is because I don't see the appeal of driving. I like to be the passenger who looks in the window, listens to the music. I never really thought of driving as a necessity because I always lived in big cities and I love walking around. But one of my closest friends decided to do a driving license this year, so I thought I might as well join. And you know, in case of an apocalypse, it's always good to hire a car, put Lola in and just drive away from the zombies. Splits. I used to do ballet when I was younger and I used to be able to do splits, but not anymore because I became wooden with bodybuilding, so this is a goal. I don't care which leg I'm splitting on, the right, the left, or the middle part, which is the hardest one, but I want to do it. So I'm incorporating daily stretches, which are very painful, especially after home workouts of doing legs, but it's a goal. I want to make 5 new friends, 5 people that I've never talked to before in my life. Maybe people from social media, maybe people from real life, I don't care, but 5 people who I don't know right now, who I don't have their number, who don't know who I am, but those who I can call for a coffee and they would be happy to do it with me by the end of the year. Next goal is also a bit vague, but I want to binge read and not binge watch. Again, last year I was watching too much and reading not enough. Next resolution is not to buy any more books, any more new books until I finish reading everything I have. Because, okay, I've read a lot of the books I have, but there's still some that I didn't even touch, I didn't even open, which is embarrassing. So I must do that before buying any more new books. That includes digitally as well, because I have some online books or PDF books that I need to read on my computer before buying anything digital. So the only exception for this rule, if I get something for free or as a gift. French, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see hints of French here and there in the last year. It's because me and my best friend want to live in France this year for maybe a month or 2. We'll see what happens again with the pandemic, but French is something I really want to learn, and it's been quite vague goal again because there are a lot of apps, a lot of self-learning tools you can do. But the one thing I think I will do is to book an exam for some sort of French qualification that I need to research, almost like IELTS for English. You go, you do multiple choice or whatever test, and then you have official qualification of, okay, I'm not a beginner now, but I'm a improved beginner, whatever that is. I feel that for me, having the deadline, having an exam will be a good compass to learn certain levels of French rather than just doing it by myself and watching TV shows in French pretending that this is giving me progress, which it might do, but not crazy much. Handstands, it's something I really want to perfect. I started learning them from scratch completely in October last year. I'll do a separate video about it, but I want to be able to do them completely without a wall, balancing on my arms, doing cool photos. So it's quite a vague project, but it's something that I need to keep doing daily practice on. Probably handstands and splits are my only physical goals per se. Fitness is such a part of who I am right now that I don't have any goal in terms of body composition or I need to work out a certain amount of days. I'm trying to find words to explain it. It's almost if I don't work out for a day or two, I get this nagging feeling in my head that I have to do it. And I also don't feel great physically or emotionally if I don't work out. So for me, it's not really a goal anymore, it's just like a habit. We'll see what happens with competitions this year, but for now I don't have any plans to compete anytime soon. A goal that is not even a goal, but I really want to see my family this year. It would be amazing. I haven't seen any of my family last year, which is crazy. Last time I saw my parents was January 4th, I think, last year, because they were in London for holidays. They left, and then since then I've only seen everybody on Skype. So it would be a lovely thing to do, something that would make me very happy, because it's a scary thought to think that your parents will be around only for that long and then spending a whole year without seeing them is not nice. A little bit of an adventure goal. I want to do 5 hiking trips this year. I was never really into hiking until last year when I went to Wales for my birthday. I like to walk around a lot, and sometimes I like to go for, I don't know, out of London, just into little forests, but I really want to do 5 hiking trips. Ideally, it would be maybe 5 exciting international trips, like somewhere in Europe with mountains, but even if it's just the UK, I'll be very happy and very pleased with those. A bit of a boring goal or accountability goal is to track every single expense in Excel. I'm very organized in that way, and for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, I've tracked every single expense, every single thing I spent in categories. But last year I actually skipped 2 months, so this year I want to track every single thing, and then I do like the whole spreadsheet of what I spend on Lola, for example, on her food, on my toiletries, on my electronics, on my books. I just like to see what I'm making, what I'm spending. It just gives me a peace of mind as well to be in control. I feel like it's almost being on track with your calories and your macros for your fitness goals is just as important to track every expense you have. Maybe not to the point that I do it, but even just to check your bank balance and to confront the demons of where you're overspending. Because my parents always taught me, whatever you don't spend, it's something you earn. Every little thing adds up. And that leads to my next goal, which is learning about investments. Embarrassingly enough, I don't really know much about it, and I think that's something that young people don't think much about, apart from when you know you have a full-time job and you have contributions towards your pension. But it's not even being comfortable when you're old. I think just generally maximizing what you have, and because I do have some savings, I just want to learn what I can do with those, get something better than 0.1% interest in banks right now. A little social goal, which is in line with my 5 new friends, is to host 5 dinner parties in my place. A goal that I'm not super sure about, but something that I think would just change things around, is to move apartments. I've been living in the same place for a few years, and as somebody who moved around all my life, different apartments all the time, I feel like it's been too long. I want to paint 100 things. Sometimes I paint doodles, sometimes they're strange characters, sometimes they're Russian dolls. That's been so far, because I think I've painted like 10. I've been enjoying it so much, and I'm not sure I will stick to it, so I just want to have 100, a collection of random things. I even made a separate Instagram account for it. Again, something to create. More of a consistency goal aligned with tracking expenses every single day is writing morning pages. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this book called The Artist's Way. It's a beautiful book by Julia Cameron. She's an amazing screenwriter, writer, amazing woman in general who teaches about creativity. And this book's been around for 20 years, I would like to say, or even longer. And the morning pages are just 3 pages that you write with your hand in a notebook every single morning before you do anything. It's almost like a journal, but you just let out all of your thoughts, all of your worries, and trying to explore your creativity, which is again my focus this year. So my goal is to write every single morning 3 pages. I've been doing it since December, and some days you really don't want to write, or you feel like you're writing the same things again and again. I'll link the book below if you guys want to check out and learn more about it. But on the days when I do write it, I feel way better. And sometimes unexpectedly you start writing first page and it's flowing, second one's a struggle, and then third page you write, you come up with some new ideas or something completely new that you didn't even think about. Another consistency goal, I want to clear out my digital files on my computer and on my phone on a regular basis. For example, every Sunday for half an hour, 1 hour, I need to go through all the photos, all the notes I'm making, because I'm such a screenshotter and I'm such a writer of random little notes when I'm on my walks. And some things are ideas for videos, some things I want to do in general, some things are like gifts for people, some notes maybe from conversations I had with people. And sometimes I feel like if I don't organize those things consistently, I lose the ideas, I don't do some things, and it just clutters my memory on my phone, frankly. And it's overwhelming to see you have, I don't know, 1,000 screenshots of outfit ideas or workouts or interior, just too much. It's almost like cleaning your apartment, decluttering your wardrobe. It's also important to declutter the phone. A bit of a monotonous task that I promised myself to do this year is I have 4 hard drives, which are huge. I think they're like 2 terabytes, no, 1 TB, and I don't know how much of these. And also a really old iPod that has files and photos. So my project is to organize all of them by year, because I have some photos and videos, including YouTube, spread all around, and it just gives me anxiety. And this way, for example, I can know that this hard drive is my photos from, I don't know, up until 2010. This will be like 2010, 2020. It's just easier to organize. Not to mention files I have on my current iPhone and iCloud and MacBook, and yeah, it's a mess. That gives me a big project to do. I'm not sure how many days, but I need to tackle it for peace of mind. And final takeaway from this video is that I made a list of all my goals in Notion. This is a kind of an app program that I use to organize my whole life pretty much, with categories. And the 21 goals that I just shared with you guys is not everything I want to do this year. I actually have 50 of them, but I thought the video would be too long and some things are very personal, so I thought this is a good start. But if you want me to do a video about how I'm keeping track of other things and, I don't know, like nerdy stuff and organization, please let me know. And my idea is to look at this list as often as I can, at least every week, just to nudge myself into doing more of these things and making sure that I am actually doing something towards everything. And I've actually split all of my 50 goals into time frames as well. So not to overwhelm myself, I wrote some goals that would be, for example, for spring, for the summer, because if you just look at a huge list of your New Year's resolutions, unless they're daily ones, you know, like daily morning pages that you need to do every day, or daily expenses tracking, some things are just too big to even worry. So I recommend you guys spreading it into time frames that you can realistically achieve it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I like to break down my goals into consistent goals, goals that I need to do every single day, little habits, little routines, things, for example, like waking up every morning really early. There were my goals a couple of years ago that now are part of my identity, which are great. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any suggestions or questions or recommendations of things you want me to do, to film for you. I'll happily do them, and I'll see you next time. Bye!